All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the New York session. It's another day. Now, let's go through price. Let's go through price as usual. So, yesterday, okay. Okay. So, yesterday we were looking for price to obviously go up based on the CPI news, and I think I was on a 5 minute chart, right? And I mentioned that this drop here was basically manipulation. I wanted them to even take out that equal low into this gap here before making the move higher, but for some reason they didn't do that and basically sent price up, creating this as an auto block on a 5 minute chart. So I mentioned you can buy it, you can look at the opposite side of the other currencies, aka you can look at pound, you can look at euro, and then they're gonna send it down. And boy, they did send euro down. So euro, they send it down to that 50% right here, and then the fair value gap that I mentioned that they would trade to, they traded to that one as well. British pound, same thing. I said to sell that 5 minutes down candle, at a breaker, and then aim for these equal lows here, and they did that one as well beautifully. So it was quite interesting move that happened yesterday, and I'm very pleased with it. I think that was the move of the week. I caught the pound, and I also caught the dollar. The gold. Yeah, quite some nice trades happened yesterday. So today, I think they're gonna go up one more time based on the daily time frame. Let's remove all this. Based on the daily time frame, we are still sticking to the upside. They've traded through this fair value gap, right, on the daily. So from the weekly perspective, it looks like they might be heading for this high. Actually, let me go to the monthly. From the monthly perspective, it looks like they might be going for this month high. And I mentioned that this low to this high, we are in a OTE level. So where we were was likely going to be a reversal area. And on the monthly chart, this could be reversing. Okay. this could be reversing, and if it's reversing, then we do have a lot of room to go. Okay, if this is a reversal, then not reversal, a pullback, because going with price, this would be the current impulse leg, so we'll see this as a pullback. But from a huge macro time frame perspective, this high and this low is the range, so ideally price will go back up. But this being a monthly chart, you're going to consider this and that. And where we are, we took out that previous month low out, so price is likely going to take out this high. It all depends on how we trade right here, how we trade at the previous month low. That's currently where we are now. Previous 2 months low, because that has now negated the possibility of price creating a fair value gap. Okay, it has negated the possibility of price creating a fair value gap, and with that, sometimes it will mean price is likely gonna go and create an order block, right? Rather than creating a fair value gap, it creates an order block, which is the last down candle prior to the move up. So on the weekly, where we are now, if we don't get any rejection from there, an aggressive move from there, and we go through it, then price is gonna aim for these equal highs here. So 99.40 will be the ideal target, provided we go up today. From the H4 time frame perspective, that is what is happening. We are likely gonna go up, so we are sticking to the upside, looking for continuation to the upside on the dollar. That means euro is gonna continue going down. We might be dropping to the next target, which is somewhere over here. So it's this fair value gap. The high of it is 1.1566. The low of it is 1.5576. Okay, so that's the downside objective for euro. This imbalance that I've highlighted here, if we pull back to it during this New York session, you can use that to sell and leave your stop loss probably above this candle's high. So another trade for today is going short here with your stop loss above and looking for this as your downside objective, taking partial along the way. Yeah, somewhere there as a partial profit level, and then you let the rest continue going lower. Okay, so that is that for euro. British pound, I think they are going to run off this low here. So that is the drawn liquidity for today. In terms of entries, I think where we are now, especially this landing order block, if anything, worst case scenario, they might take it out and then reject, but I'm looking forward for not that to happen. And below that below that, the next level is that fair value gap over there on the daily. So that is the level that price can reach for right here. Okay, so that's basically the next draw liquidity that I'm expecting price to reach for. So 1.33700 and then 1.3335. That is the next downside objective that I'm expecting price to reach for. Euro pound, I got stopped out yesterday, but I got a trade to make it back up. Here is where I got my entry. I think yesterday during the New York session, I said to buy during that New York session. So here I got the buy with my stop loss below that, and I got kicked out, and I placed a sell limit here. And right now I'm recovered that loss and looking for price to trade here. 0.8645. that is where I think price is going. Okay, so looking forward for continuation to the downside on euro pound. On the H4, I really want to see this candle close as it is. I want that candle to close as it is, and then I'll be looking for maybe another entry, probably if we pull back to maybe this fair value gap during the New York session, and I expect price to continue going down. All right, so looking forward for another potential setup if this H4, the current candle, I think we've got about 46 minutes to go. If that candle can close bearish, then I'll look for a potential sell to continue going lower to 0.86455. Dollar yen, yesterday we screamed through that as I identified for you. Like I said, I didn't get anything out of it. So as it stands, I think, let me take all this off. Let's go to the monthly chart. Okay, so let's see this rebalancing level. Yeah, it looks like that will be exactly where they might trade to, but maybe today might be a reaccumulation day, but watch the New York session, because if the New York session gives you a big move, you can use that for a trade idea to go up. Especially watch this down candle. If they can close above it, then you can use that down candle as your protection to expect price to go up, because it's coming up from that nice fair value gap on the during the New York session. So close above it will indicate, right, price is going up. You can use that down candle and this as your stop loss and partial out, and then let the rest continue going up. I think it might be going for the 3-month high, this high here, this equal high here. Price might be going for it, provided dollar index keep going higher. Okay, so that's that, and this might be another partial profit level. So 150.48, 151.32, that is if we close above this down candle. That's when you look for the buy. All right, gold. So gold, yesterday we spoke about this coming to attack this low and then potentially trading down there. I caught the sell, I think here when the news came out. Got some of it with that rejection. I actually went short prior to that, this candle. Let's go in the 15 minutes. Let me see where I went short. Yeah, so I went short after this candle closed, that one. So at exactly 1 o'clock I went short. So when the news came out, I was already short. When the CPI news came out, I was already short, targeting this low. Okay, and then it took me out nicely, and then I shorted again on the 15 minutes when this candle pulled back to that up candle right here. So I shorted again this candle with a stop, and now I'm targeting there. So that's the current trade I'm in. Now, why did I short it? It's because, like I said, after this initial drop, where is it? This one. After this initial drop, right? This has now created this as a market maker sell model. So this low to this high, price is gonna come to OTE, first area of accumulation, which is over here. Okay, and the fair value gap that is there is that one. So once we displace down here, price was supposed to go there. So this became a bearish order block, because once we start going down, any up candle with a sharp move down will become an order block, and you can use that to sell short. So on the 1 hour, this was an order block based on time. Okay, based on time, then we dropped. On the 15-minute, based on time, this was an order block, and then we dropped. And then on the 1 hour, based on time, this candle here, this one, this candle, that one, that one right there, that's also an order block. And then you can see, based on time, landing session, they came to it, and we didn't even go beyond that, and we are rejecting. So that, I think I was not watching gold this morning, but if I was, I would have shorted again. I think I've already shorted, so I don't need to short again. But that is where I think price is going, okay, from here. Now, based on time again, if we get a nice bearish order block on the 15 minutes time frame during this New York session, I'll go short again. Okay, sorry guys, the body is still reacting, but the body is better than yesterday. So yeah, gold, you're expecting lower prices. Crude oil, same thing. Yesterday I was expecting a big drop. The drop that has happened today, I was expecting yesterday, but that didn't happen. But this is the draw on liquidity, and eventually that one. So today, $65.40, 64. So 65.40 is the first draw on liquidity, and then 64 as the next draw on liquidity on crude oil. So lower prices, crude oil, here we go. I like this nice gap that they've created. That happened during the landing session, so that is good. If any pullback happens, we have these up candles. Right now we are in a bearish market on the short time frame, on the 4 hour. So if we pull back, this area will act as resistance and then send price lower. Okay, so during the New York session, maybe might not give any pullback, and then they will drop for this low. And as you can see, there's no fair value gap over here. Everything is well balanced, so we are not going to see any sort of pullback. If any pullback will happen, it might be below this low or the monthly opening price, which is 64.96. okay, so that's the only levels that, in case anything happens, or in case anything is going to happen, that is where it's going to happen. Okay, so that's pretty much that for the crude oil. Now so ES nice drop happened yesterday. Big rejection on the 5 minutes. Again, big rejection. Again, right in here. I shorted this gap, so we had a drop, leaving we had a drop, leaving a gap, and over here on the left side, here this low was the market maker sell model, so price went up to go down. And remember yesterday I was saying something that in a consolidation, if price takes out a high, it will come and take out a low. So this low is here, is equal low, and this one, based on that daily, takes out a high, it will come and take out this low and this one. Price. Okay, so as long as we are in a consolidation, that is what price is likely going to do. And based on how price dropped, I think if we can stay below this gap, if we can stay below it, then the next target is going to be this low. They're going to come and attack this low, which comes in at 6246.00, 6246.00, if they stay above this gap. So this New York session, that is what you're watching. We don't want to see price trade above it. If that's closing. If we close above it, then that's it. Forget price going for that. Maybe they will come back up here again. But if we don't, we go down. So again, during the New York session, watch for what kind of candle they print first. Is it an aggressive down candle or an aggressive up candle? That will give you the hint as to where they are taking price. Okay, all right, now let's move on to the crypto market. Okay, so with cryptos, yesterday we spoke about Bitcoin, and I said watch for this gap, and at the same time look for either a down candle to be closed above or a fair value gap to be formed. So far, if I go back to the daily, we still not traded to that gap yet. Okay, and as long as this candle, this down candle, is there, price is still likely gonna come down here. So unless we go and close above that, this candle high comes in at 119.990. Sorry, 119.990.68. If we can go and close above it, then we resume going up. If not, as long as we are below that level, price is likely gonna drop to 11522.18 before we resume going higher. Okay, so don't get excited with the move. Now with that, we can drop to the H4. So as long as we are below this level, price is likely gonna come here before we go higher. Ethereum did that, which is going through let me go to the daily. It went through the gap, not gap, it went below the previous day's low and then expanded up with a 4-hour gap, this one here. Okay, with that, price is likely now going to resume going up, as you can see, because this down candle, sorry, this up candle and down candle was a bearish order block. They should have stayed below it. So with this aggressive move, that was a confirmation, especially going below previous day's low. So Ethereum, I think, is currently bullish with this down candle being here. So buying that with your stop below it, expecting another expansion to the upside, will not be a bad idea. And in terms of targets, that 168 level is there with this projection, this low to this high projected to the upside. Yeah, I think they did pause at 126 and 127, so 168 is a very good target for them to reach for. Okay, so that's basically our draw on liquidity for Ethereum market. Solana, something similar has happened. Maybe now, if this H4 can create a gap, that would be nice. They did close above this down candle, this one here, but I would like the fair value gap, because this is not the immediate down candle. So I would like the fair value gap before committing to the upside. Let me quickly check if we have any news event today. Yes, we have core PPI and PPI in the next 25 minutes. So let's go and see how that will affect the market, and then we'll come back. Okay, we'll resume in a few minutes. Let's see how it will affect the market. Okay, as usual, right? They send it down to send it up. They took it down to the order block and then rejecting. So nothing new. So let's continue. Okay, so Solana, we are expecting a gap to form, and then we are convinced we're gonna go up. If you want to buy, place your stop loss below the down candle here. Okay, but I suggest wait for the gap. XRP, not the best. I'll leave XRP alone for now. Wait for a gap to form first before you buy. Definitely we are not doing anything with that. AI16, okay, that one also gave a nice rejection here with the immediate close above this down candle, so likely gonna continue going higher. So yeah, if you want to buy, that is good as well. They are respecting the gap and leaving this one open as I wanted them to. And then finally Chachki is also rejecting this reaccumulation day. Now I think I spoke about reaccumulation the last time, and I said that when we have a move to the upside and we have a down candle as an inside candle, that is the best reaccumulation. We want them to take out the low and then expand up, right? So that's what is happening here. And on the lower time frame, it's giving a nice order block trading through this. So Chachki, the levels that I gave in terms of objectives is what price is gonna reach for going forward. Okay, so look for the buy to continue going up. Like all of this is a consolidation, and then we have an area of initial consolidation, first area of accumulation. So expect a move to the upside. Okay, so that's pretty much all for now. Let's go back and watch the dollar index with the other pairs, and then we see what they're trying to do. Okay, so we have about 20, let me go to the hourly, 25 minutes to go. Watch that candle currently forming. If it closes below this, candle, this will be a red candle, right? If it becomes a red candle, that might signify that they might be engineering equal high, because this high and that high equal. Hence, they might be pulling back to go up again. I don't think it's a reversal. They might be pulling back to go up again, because this big move here, okay, it's a sign of intention they want to go up. So it's maybe likely that they might be forming a down candle for the day and then take the low out before going up. If they go below this, that's the narrative, because I don't think if they go below this, it's gonna go down. No, if they go below it, they might just come back into this gap here and then reaccumulate and go up. Maybe for today, maybe they'll do it the next day, I don't know. But if they don't, and this candle stays as it is above this down candle, the next candle will be used as an activation of another block and then be sent higher. All right, so all depends on the next 24 minutes how this candle will behave. Okay, so watch that and then let that candle guide you. Okay, so that is all I have for you for today. Fingers crossed. Again, I said this one, if you want to take a trade, look for that to send lower, to help you send price lower. Crude oil, another one to send price lower. And then watch ES to see if they can sustain well, looking at that 1 hour candle, it doesn't look like they're going to sustain it, but keep an eye on it because it's not 2 yet. Okay, so that's pretty much all that I have for you for today. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you same time tomorrow for another live session. Take care. Have a good day.